right, good morning everybody. Money Monday, all right? We are actually not working today. We drove out to the job. There wasn't a lot to do, and so I actually wound up going and getting a new driver's license in town and then paying a speeding ticket because, well, you only get speeding tickets from speeding. But anyway, so Money Monday, which it takes some money to do that. So it's away from the money. Anyway, okay, so I got asked, and it was a great freaking question, and I think everybody needs to hear it. They asked me, they said, how do you not panic chasing work or getting laid off? Like, because it creates stress, all right? Well, I can tell you right now, when I first started in the oil and gas industry, or when I first started welding, I spent everything I made. I mean, literally, if I made it, I spent it. And I was super dumb with money when I began, when I started making this kind of money. And every time I would get laid off, I was just scrounging to get to the next one, like waiting on that next Friday check to make sure that, you know, I could pay to get to wherever I needed to be. It created so much stress. It was always a panic, and you were always kind of, you really kept a good eye on when the job was starting to wind down, and you were on the phone making phone calls, getting ready to leave, all right? The way I counteract not freaking out, being able to, you know, work a job till the end, which in the end saves your name, but you got to have a savings account, you guys. You got to force yourself to have a savings account. It is so important. And the thing is it doesn't matter if you make $1,000 or $1 million. If you let yourself, you'll spend all of it, all right? It's just a fact. Like, if you are undisciplined and you will not take the time to actually put money back, you'll spend every penny of that. It doesn't matter how much you make. Your expenses will equal the amount you make. So you guys have to start putting away your money. Put money back. And I'm not talking, you know, Dave Ramsey talks about $1,000 emergency fund. That's great for people that live in town, or that have a pretty steady job, or whatever. Being in the oil and gas, your job is not necessarily always steady. Now, granted, we've been with the company that we're with for quite a while. I think we're going on like 3 years right now. That is unheard of. It is, I mean, you just don't hear of that. And so, even though we have been with these guys for this long, we're still putting money back. We're still stashing money. And right now, we thought we got laid off, all right? So basically, we haven't worked for 2 weeks. Have not even touched our savings account, all right? We have enough money put away in other things that take care of everything. And if it comes to the point of where we need to leave, we're good to go. We got the money, everything's good, we travel, and there's no stress. It's crazy. And I never really realized it until I started putting that money back. And when the layoffs came, it was no big deal. It was like, all right, yeah, cool, you know, see ya, and thanks for letting us work, you know, whatever. Anyways, the second biggest thing to avoid a freak out moment when you get laid off is when you get into this, and I've said it a million freaking times, but you guys have no idea how important this is. And for the people that are involved in this already, they know how important this is. You have to have contacts and relationships with people that are in this industry. I get emails all the time. This is an impossible industry to get involved in. Where are the jobs? Where do you go to get the work? How do you find the work? Well, guys, pipeline jobs and oil and gas jobs and good paying jobs are not listed online. Okay, so the good paying jobs are not listed online. They're not really advertised. And the reason being is because word of mouth travels so fast that they don't have to advertise. I mean, as soon as they need welders, there's welders already on the job, and they just start freaking calling, and they start making contacts, and they start doing things like that. Well, that is the two biggest things to avoid a freak out moment when you get laid off, all right? Have some money stashed back, and I'm not talking just some money. I mean, 10 grand, yeah, that's nice. But I'm talking like get you a chunk of flipping money to where 6 months of your expenses are taken care of. All right, I'm talking, 30 grand, 40 grand. When you're on a job, you need to be stashing that money, all right? Because you don't know how long it's going to be till you can hook up on another one. Now, if you have massive amounts of contacts, the chances of you hooking up right after you get laid off, super easy. It's quick, it's fast. As long as there's a job somewhere, you're good to go, all right? But like I said, you got to have a savings account and you need to have your contacts. That is the best way to not freak out during a layoff. Everybody have a great rest of your day. Be blessed. Make your contacts, make your money today, and we'll talk to you here in a bit. See you.